So we're at a very formative time. Dad's back home, and dad is a starkly different person.
Yeah. And, to think about it, when, Tony left for his first deployment, the kids were in elementary. When he came back, they were teenagers.
Yeah.
So to sit and think about like seeing your kids being in elementary school, going to work and coming home and they're teenagers and they're talking back to you and they're doing things that they're not supposed to. He had no patience for that whatsoever. He didn't have patience for normal shit, let alone
Yeah.
teenagers.
Teenager stuff.
Yeah.
So that was very, very hard to navigate with him and to try to get him to understand, I get it that you just deployed, but you also have a family and it is
Yeah.
not just all about you. We lost,
You.
we lost you too for a long time.
Yeah.
Like we've been on our own for a long time. And one of the things that had gotten in his head for a very long time was he felt like it was 3 against 1.
Yeah.
So he felt like he got very defensive and he felt like it was like me and the kids against him because he was always, so angry all the time. And I was always coming to him being like, you have to stop. And he was like, I'm never, I'm always the one that's wrong. And you never, say anything to the kids. And, so, we became very divided from that. And, for me as a mama bear, I'm like, listen, I will put my kids in my place when they need to be, but they've gone through a lot too.
Yeah.
So you don't think that you're going to come home and you're just going to start screaming at everybody for no reason because it's not happening, pal.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to jump ahead, but I just kind of want to summarize because I'm formulating the thoughts here. But I can actually relate a little bit to what you're talking about because I would go away for a long time, then come back, and it's like,
Yeah.
listen, bro, you've been gone. We got a flow here, and now you're coming in messing my shit up,
Yeah.
and you got an attitude. It is 3 against 1 because you need to readapt and acclimate to what we got going on. So I get that concept, but I'll try to formulate this. So all of that's happening. He gets out, going back to Florida, our happy place. I'm speaking just kind of, maybe this was what we need. We'll this is the space we need. We weren't happy here, so we're going back to our happy place. But in the meantime, and Tony said he's dealing with all the stuff from the deployments. He's coming back, but also that separation. It's almost like a death, right? He dedicated the majority of his life to this career.
Right.
He did important things. I'm not speaking for Tony because he's actually, when we had him on, he's very, very humble about his career path. But again,
Yeah.
civilians look in. He did a very noble, honorable thing, and now he's not doing it anymore. And on top of that, he feels like it's 3 against 1, and so it's like he has career death. He doesn't know what's going on. He feels disconnected from his family. All right, we're gonna go to Florida. It was better there, but not jumping ahead too far. It didn't necessarily.
It
work
wasn't
out that
better.
way. It didn't work out that way either.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the Florida environment that we had remembered that we were coming home to. It wasn't
Do you
that.
think it had a lot to do with how he changed? That made
Yeah.
it that way? Okay.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think that he realized how his retirement would hit him.
Yeah.
I don't think like that's all he wanted. He was like, I can't wait until I'm done with the army. I can't wait to like just be able to do what I want to do and wear what I want to wear, not have to, go and make sure that my hair, cut every day. If I want to grow my hair out, I can. If I want to have a beard, I can't. Like, no.
They never
He
do.
actually asked me. Yeah, no, he doesn't do that. But yeah, like he was like all the way up to it. And like after he came home from his last deployment, he was like, okay, I'm going to drop my packet. It was just like this, like fresh breath of air for him where he was like, oh, I can like breathe. But that's not how it was. Like he was, he had his retirement ceremony. It was a really big deal. And a lot of people came and it's, he had so many accomplishments, but you could tell that he didn't enjoy it as much as he thought because it's all that he knew. He came into the army when he was 17.
Yeah.
His mom had to sign a waiver
Yeah.
saying that he could be in the Army. So that is all that he knew.